I'm just happy to be here. There's 148 achievements in this game, apparently. RetroAchievements.com.org. It's a lot of achievements. But I love this game, so I don't mind, right? I'm just gonna say right now, I'm going in order by world. So you start the game by spraying a goopy mess.
Ew, gross.
And it gets you your first achievement of the game, which is kind of nice. Yippee! Then right off the rip, I set up a little goopy trap and hid behind a tree so this guy could fall for it and then think I saved him for an achievement, of course. It's missable, so you kind of have to do it immediately or else you can't get it. And then apparently beating this goopy freak again is, it's gonna be another achievement. Then I knocked down Shadow Mario, whatevers, because the real thing I want to do was slide as fast as I could on my belly.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
And of course, I just want to ruin someone's day, so immediately I turn to these toads and give them some... Okay, I get it. It was mean. So I go to the pachinko machine to make up for it. A little punishment for myself here, which I actually get an achievement for just using the hover nozzle to get in there. After like 2 tries, I ended up getting the pachinko machine achievement, which, not bad. Then of course, the big slide, I believe is another achievement. Then I gotta be a little bit sneaky, whip around this corner, and get a 1-up. So I can get 4 1-ups in the area, which gives me an achievement. I don't know why he has an egg, but I'm spraying him for it.
Hello, it's me, Yoshi.
Of course, the very first thing I do after unlocking Yoshi is going to the lily pad level. And getting in here was super easy. My chat definitely wasn't counting my deaths.
I got this! I got this! I got this!
Anyway, you can see right here, first try, very documented, correct. Shadow Mario then kindly gives me a turbo nozzle because he wants me to zoom around the town, of course. So I go zoom around the town. Exactly what he wants me to do. I love it. But I need to spray Shadow Mario some more so he can give me a rocket nozzle. After that, I can now get some other shines and achievements. I actually get an achievement right here to get up to this pipe without using the rocket nozzle. Forgive me for having Kirby in the way, I didn't know until after. This achievement involves not using your hover nozzle at all the moment you enter the area and clean off the bell without using the hover nozzle. Then use Yoshi right off the rip to only clean off the bell and then use Yoshi again to retrieve said shine. Another one is to get to this secret pipe without using the rocket nozzle. Which then you can get that achievement, which is just by beating this level. This one was a little silly. I had to spray this gold bird and collect the shine only using the turbo nozzle, which took me a ton of tries. It pissed me off. You kidding me? Anyway, look how shocked I was. You gotta be kidding me. It should have been easier. Of course, spraying the big mother shine gets you an achievement. Then I use the turbo nozzle to break these doors, run back, grab the hover nozzle to beat this level using only the hover nozzle. I'm pretty sure it only took me 1 try. No, I made it and died. Okay, 2 tries, but it was really like 1. Using the turbo nozzle, I was able to collect this shine without touching the slide, which is an achievement, of course. Then I used Chuckster to just launch me across the screen with Yoshi, which is an achievement for some reason. Once you flood Delfino Plaza, you gotta spray all 17 green birds in the area before going in, or else you will vault the achievement. It is missable. Then I go into Corona Mountain. Of course there's an achievement for getting all the 1-ups, and of course there's an achievement for getting every blue coin. So that's what I do first. I actually do die and have to go back in and get 1 more blue coin after all that. Anyway, so those are those achievements. I then go in to fight Bowser for the first time, which there is an achievement where you stomp on a blue rocket and it spawns a 1-up. You collect that for an achievement. Anyway, I do have to come back here later, so I won't focus too hard on this one. There's an achievement for beating him. Yippee. Then I head to the airstrip where I just climb this flagpole. I then get the hidden blue coin in the ice cube for an achievement, following it up by getting the 100 coin shine here on the airstrip instead of at Delfino Plaza, which then I come back and get the red coin shine. All those resulted in achievements, kinda nice. I then yap with this guy, who ends up giving me a cool shirt. I then had to reach terminal velocity while falling down, while making this shot, which for some reason that counts. I don't know, easy peasy. Which I then make a full court shot with this pineapple. I then do a backflip with the bananas, drop it in here. Then I get my last blue coins in Delfino Plaza, and actually in the whole game, but we'll get to that later. So I get 2 achievements right there. Then you go and turn in all your blue coins to get 2 achievements for getting all the shines and trading in all the blue coins. Then you had to retrieve the 100 coin shine with Yoshi without touching water or a boat. That's it! Yo, thank you, bro. Let's go. Entering Bianco Hills was pretty easy. After getting the first shine, I was ready to celebrate. I definitely celebrated a little too soon because my game crashed. Whatever, the first achievement, you had to turn Petey Piranha into this yucky pile of goop. It made me sick! I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, I just had to go back to level 1 and skip the level 1 boss fight to fight Petey Piranha to skip to level 2. Here's how it went. Then you go sleep with Petey Piranha. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but kinda into it.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but every single secret level in this game has an achievement for collecting the 1-ups in one go. So you're gonna see a bunch of those. I just figured I'd mention that now. Here's me getting a rocket nozzle also. Cool. And there's a couple achievements in the game that are getting this many shines or whatever, so here's the first one of those. Back to getting those 1-ups in secret levels like a little cutie pie that I am, smashing my buns on them nails. Then there's an achievement to get both red coin shines, so here's me doing that. Oh, and there was the achievement for the 1-ups. Then you get an achievement to get all 4 1-ups that are in Bianco Hills all at once, so like I said, you're gonna see a lot of 1-up stuff. Then I was completely lost looking for the last blue coin, and I got knocked off right in front of it. You know, like, what? I also got the 100 coin shine, so that was an achievement. Then I had to spray this dude in 6 different levels, which is a little odd. He keeps getting goopy and dirty, or there's no goop and dirt, so you kind of gotta wonder, what's this guy doing?
You weird.
So of course, you just do a triple jump off this tower for no reason and land on this log without touching any goop or using your hover nozzle, and you'll get an achievement. Now we get the rocket nozzle to go into this area, and we cannot touch any of the flipping or spinning platforms for more than, it says 1 point whatever seconds. So I do my best to just touch one platform once, and I immediately jump off of it and follow it up with another rocket shot. For this one, you can only dive. No jumps, no hovers. So it took a couple tries, but it really wasn't that hard. I thought it was gonna take me hours because at this point, I'm very deep into the achievements and many other achievements had taken me hours. So I was really stressed about this one, but I actually got it on my first try. Speaking of achievements that took me hours, this one, this stupid windmill. I had to jump on this spider, not touch anything, no using your hover, and just wall jump back and forth, and it looks so easy. Let's go! Then we go to Rico Harbor to bully Gooper Blooper. Then you just have to use the purple thing, which gets you 2 achievements. Then I do a little trick right here to get a quick shine, which is an achievement. Little did I know, I would have to do it again, but this time not touch any scaffolding, which I feel like was kind of pointless. It was like the same achievement twice, really. I just had to jump from here instead of the metal, whatever. Then I just had to enter the secret area without using Flood. Then once again, I'm in a secret level where I just have to collect the 1-ups. So here I am just getting both of those really quick. Then there was an achievement just for beating the secret on your first try. Then you just have to beat Gooper Blooper without even touching his little tentacle arm thingies. This game actually had a tiny Easter egg, which is to talk to all 3 of those little life floaty guys, which ends up getting a 1-up to appear, which gives you an achievement. You kind of have to wait though, that dude takes forever to get to a place where you can talk to him. And then also there's 4 1-ups in the area, or 3, I can't remember. So here are those. I had to eat some butterflies, find them up, got the achievement. Then here's the achievement for getting the nozzles. And then there's an achievement for getting all 8 shines, or like 1 for each episode. And here's an achievement for beating the Gooper thingy surfing thing a second time. Here's me getting my 30th blue coin. I would love to show you every blue coin I got, but this video would just be so long. And then I get the 100 coin shine right after that, which is another achievement. This last one was a little tricky, and of course it's on Yoshi's fruit adventure, his cage shine, whatever. Pretty much you had to unlock Yoshi, bring a coconut next to him, spray the first thing, eat the coconut, and then spray the rest of the fishy guys, because Yoshi's not allowed to touch any metal or grass during this whole thing. Also, I'm sorry you can't see the achievement. One day I decided to put a background, and I realized my mistake. Here's me juggling a durian, by the way, 10 times. I then have to go back into Rico Harbor to get the turbo nozzle, because this achievement took forever. The moment you start using the turbo nozzle, you cannot let go, and you have to go through the entire secret level using the turbo nozzle. I had to collect that 1-up or else I would run out of water, because for some reason 1-ups refresh your water. Anyway, apparently you're supposed to do a Y turn after doing a spin jump, but somehow I got lucky enough that I did not have to do that.
Nice.
Now I'm just in Gelato Beach. Apparently filling up water while diving is an achievement. Then I go to the Sandbird and of course, die. But then I make up for it because I collected the 1-up, so everything's okay, you know, everything's alright. Okay, now I have a fun achievement, which is to beat Piantissimo without using the flood or touching grass. Then I had to summon an army of cataquacks. Then I ground up the watermelon for Watermelon Festival. Not a hard level, y'all are haters.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
After my army tried to overthrow me, I had to flip 15 of them over into the sand at once. Here's me pounding my bun on the nail again, just to get 2 more 1-ups. But then check this out. That's a .3! That's a .3!
What in God's name is that from Snacks? Unbelievable!
Here's a quick little something. Just find the turbo nozzle. Then here's me getting the last blue coin. I can't believe it was with the fish. I never would have found it. And here's me getting the 100 coin shine. Here's a tiny 1-up. I believe you had to spray that guy or that corner. I don't know. Okay, this one's tough to explain. Pretty much you have to open the sandcastle, start jumping on a cataquack, sandcastle closes, you start jumping on a cataquack again, and then open the sandcastle while not touching the sand ever again. Never touch the sand, okay? Then enter the sandcastle.
Daddy, chill.
Now we gotta go to Noki Bay, where we start off by doing the Cannon Beach secret. You have to like jump into this hole before he closes the hatch. But he just kept hitting me. So eventually I just got lucky. I don't know. It worked. Now I just gotta get the 1-ups again. So here's the first one, and then here's the second one. Now here's a little trick I wish I knew when I was a kid crying for my brother to help me. You can just fly through the windmill. You kidding me? I then got the 30th blue coin with Yoshi right here. Popping this last balloon got me the achievement for getting the 1 through 8 shines. Then I got the 100 coin shine right after that. Then I got the achievement for getting all the secret shines, so I had to get the red coin shine here and then the red coin shine here. But first, I had to get the 1-ups. So here are me getting the 1-ups, and then I proceed to get the red coin shine. I ate a butterfly to get the next 1-up. I then had to hit this little block right here to get an achievement. There we go, 2 achievements, okay. You then just have to beat Mecha Bowser on only 1 lap, which essentially means you can't miss. So right there, I hit the first one. Upside down shot. Oh! 2 in a row! Okay. I missed the easiest shot. I missed the easiest one. Got it. Dang, I almost got 4 in a row. I then just had to ground pound on all these guys at once, which got me a 1-up. Right here, you just have to do all the dogs without having them bonk on anything, which is kind of easy. I guess chain chomps, whatever. I then talked to this homie, which gave me some nice shades. Then you just have to make this little chain chomp go into his little bath on his own. Kind of odd, but it worked. I don't know. Then you collect all the 1-ups at the Underside Village, which I'm sure there's a way to do it without dying, but I just decided to sacrifice myself for the achievement.
To sacrifice my own life for Pakistan.
Then, of course, the Chucksters. Would you believe it if I said I got it on my first try? Because I did. And you guys all suck because I got it on my first try and you did. Then, I actually saved myself. Yeah, you thought I was going to die. It's an achievement to get all 8 shines in the area. I then got the 30th blue coin by eating another butterfly. Then I went for the 100 coin shine. I then went back into the secret to get all the 1-ups and all the red coins, which took me a couple tries. It was kind of fun, kind of not, I don't know. Okay, all of that prepared me for this. This was one of the first achievements that took me over an hour, which I believe I had to stop and take another day to come back and beat this. This thing pissed me off more than anything else. I smashed my hand through a desk and my hand was purple. Are you kidding me? Anyway, long story short, you just have to finish the race without touching the ground. And it doesn't sound that hard, but then you just gotta bounce on all these heads and grab the trees, and you can't run out of water. And so you're seeing, dude, it was hard for me. I saw other YouTubers saying this was a fun challenge while I was struggling, and that only made me more mad. Anyway, I did it. Oh! Oh! Which I gotta follow up with an easy achievement, just jumping from the top of the tree into the pool. It was nice to get an easy one after that. Then you just have to take an alternative route, which I actually got on my first try, which is kind of cool. You go up this tree and then just launch yourself. In the same level, there is a 1-up, so here's me. How does a ghost guy, a wind guy, get you out of the air like that? Are you kidding me? This is the hardest achievement in the game. Pretty much, you have to start right here at the bridge, jump onto the tree, and you can never touch the ground again. You can only use the mushroom heads, and you have to clean every single pianta. Yeah, that sounds pretty hard. Even the tutorial guide was giving it a hard time. So that's how I knew I was going to be in a lot of trouble. This is going to be really hard. Until I saw a comment that just said, "Why don't you dive into the pool?" Okay. So I dove into the pool and then just did a Hail Mary spray. And look at this. Please. Yes, I got it! Oh, we got it! I then head to Noki Bay, where I had to finish this race in under 40 seconds without swimming or using the flood. It took me about 30 minutes to do, but it was a pretty fun one, I'm not gonna lie. I then had to enter the shell secret without using tight ropes or the rocket nozzle. But then you have to do the secret without touching the pole or the tightrope or something else, I don't remember. So you just have to do some unique wall jumps, which weren't too hard, but I kind of liked them. Then I got the last shine in the area. And the achievements turned blue for a little bit because apparently I was logged out on RetroAchievements. So I ended up having to go back and do these on my own time, but this is the recordings I got for it on stream. Count it, you know what I mean? And the 30th blue coin, by the way. Then you just had to get the last secret shine, which ends up being the last achievement in Noki Bay. First achievement, just getting this 1-up here in Sirena Beach. I didn't even think it was an achievement, I was just getting the 1-up.
Oh, that's an achievement. Nice!
I then had to do something new and unique, which was getting all the 1-ups in a secret level. We've literally never done that, and I was super excited to try something new. You also had to paint King Boo every color, which was kind of fun, you know? There's only 3 fruits, so 3 colors. This was a shine to get the last Shadow Mario, I believe. And of course, an achievement for red coins, as usual. Then I had to bounce on these boos and get into the secret level without touching anything else.
Can't go any higher?
First try! What? Then I had to get the 1-ups in this area. Once again, nothing new. Followed it up by getting all the red coin shines. Then the 100 coin shine. And then the last blue coin. Then you have to clean the beach without running out of water, without refilling your water, and also by doing it with over a minute left on the time. So I'll just let you watch a little bit. It took a couple tries, but it was fun. Started tossing barrels on that ish. You already know.
Find like a chunk. Oh, right there. Come on.
Yes!
I got the achievement.
I had to re-enter this secret to re-find all the 1-ups, which took me a couple tries, because I couldn't figure out that it was in the fire, bro. And I almost died. Wow. Here's an achievement for getting all the 1-ups. I guess there was 4 in this area. So I got all 4 here. Then, instead of going through the tricky maze, you take this back road, just hover up here, and fight Gooper Blooper for an achievement. Okay, this one took me a couple tries to understand, but pretty much it was do not touch any of the goop and do not take any damage, I believe, as well as not using my hover nozzle. So I did all that, got the achievement. This one's super obvious. You just gotta spray this light that everyone knew to spray and you get a 1-up, so yeah. Then I just had to squish all these stews at once and collect the 1-up. Then I died. Then I did it again and accidentally got 2 achievements at once. I actually didn't know I could do that, but yeah. Finally, I've made it back to Corona Mountain to get the final achievement of the entire game, which is to beat Bowser with all 120 shines to see the alternative ending, which I'm so excited. I've never seen it before. I hope it's something cool and unique and like new and stuff. There it is. There's the achievement. I mastered the... Have a relaxing vacation. That's the alternative ending? Are you kidding me? 30 hours for that? Anyway, this is what it looks like. I got all the achievements.